What's going on, people? This is the one and only, bringing a live interview with the one and only Neo, former Camden cop, or shall we say retired Camden police officer, former SWAT team member. He did some plainclothes operations, bicycle patrol, a certified firearms instructor, homeowner and father too. Today we're going to talk about the Camden issue that's going on with Neo and his perspective on some of the things that is causing ailment to the city with regards to the process, the unions, his perspective on the unions, and some other things. How you doing, Neo?
Good.
How you feeling today, brother?
Been better.
So, what's going on? I mean, there's so much stuff we want to discuss here. So I think what we're going to do is let's start with the unions. How do you feel about the unions? I mean, are the unions representing the officers in Camden, or what's going on there?
Well, I start off by saying what unions. You know what I mean?
Oh, it's like that.
That's just how I feel about it. Everything I say today is my personal opinion and my personal experiences. And that's how I would answer that. What unions? Have you or anybody seen the unions step up to help with any of these situations? My personal experience in the years that I've been a police officer, I've been to the union several times, and for grievances and things of that nature, and to this day.
So when you have an issue where you get injured or pay's messed up or anything, any kind of injustice has done to the officers of Camden, New Jersey, the unions are like absentee. I mean, are they on the forefront? I mean, are they right there, readily accessible, or are they just non-existent?
I'll put it to you like this. I'm currently retired. I'm 29 years old. I'm retired. I got hurt on duty, and I wasn't able to make it back to work. During the process of this whole thing, it's been about 2 years. I've gone months without pay, months at a time, for no rhyme or reason. And I've been to the union several times about this, about filing grievances and things of that nature, and not one has been filed yet. So I return to what I said before. What unions?
So is that more of an issue with the people there, or just the process? Is the process messed up, or is it the people that's working the process just don't care? In your opinion?
I have to say this. When I got hired, we were in the process of elections. So since I've been a police officer, there's only been one person running the union. So
that person doesn't accurately reflect the best interest of the Camden Police Department, its officers.
That's an understatement.
And
in my opinion.
And based on what's going on, in your opinion, all the pending layoffs and terminations, do you think that could be avoided? And if so, how?
Of course, there's other ways around it. There's plenty of other ways around it. I haven't sat down and come up with a plan on how to avoid layoffs, but
do you think it has something to do with the current pay structure with regards to how time off is calculated? Do you think that's a contributing factor?
I think that could be one of the one major contributing factor. I'll just give you a quick example. While I was hurt, I was put on a 5-day working schedule, 8 hours a day. In order to take a week off, I would have to take off 5 days, use 5 of my personal days, as opposed to a regular police officer on the streets only works 4 10-hour days. So to take a week off, they only have to take 4 days.
So are you saying that there's no numerical value that's associated with taking a day off? So in other words, a day off is a day off. Rather you work 10 hours, 12 hours, or 8 hours, a day off is a day off. Is that what you're saying?
That's how it's been for me.
So essentially, folks that get let's say 3 weeks off, 15 days, if you work 4 days a week, instead of getting 3 weeks, you really get almost 4 weeks. 3 weeks and 3 days.
You could say that.
And so okay, so that's potentially a contributing factor to the ongoing budgetary issues with the city, in your opinion?
In my opinion, yeah, I mean, there's other major contributing factors bigger than that one, but every little bit counts, and that is definitely, you know.
All right. Well, let's get back to that. Let's switch speeds for a minute. I want to talk about some of the operational issues within the city. Um, as a former resident and an investor in the city, we all see some of the things that go on there when it comes to our dollars, our tax dollars, our vested interests in the city. Let's talk about the police and how they interact with folks there. Are there any specific quotas that you guys, or were you ever ordered to produce results based on a quota system?
They came up with all types of paperwork and stuff to say that it wasn't a quota, but there was one point in time where we were ordered to have one person stopped every 15 minutes.
Every 15 minutes.
Every 15 minutes.
When we say one person stop, is that a person on foot or in a car?
Either or, car stop, pedestrian stop. Either way, we had to have it on our log, or else. I mean, one thing you learn in Camden is you do what you're told, or else you're going to be punished. It's not like in this particular instance, because it was dealing with a non-quota situation, they're not going to punish you by writing you up or verbal warnings. They punish you by transferring you to a shift that's contrary to your lifestyle.
So it was more retaliation based off of your inability to speak, to produce quotas and speak out.
I would say so. Yeah, in my experiences, yes. 2 times I was transferred off of my shift and put on a shift that completely opposed my lifestyle at home, as far as child care and those issues. And I had to fight to get back to my normal shift, and that's just the way it's done.
Sticking with the quotas thing, so let me understand this. So I'm a resident, I'm a businessman, whatever. I'm walking down the street. I could be coming from a neighbor's house on my way home. I could be coming from a grocery store, whatever. You had the authority to just you were giving specific instructions to just stop folks at random for no given reason, or did you have to make up reasons to stop folks? I mean, how did they rationalize or justify these stops for these quotas?
You gotta understand, there is no justification. When you go into work, you go into a roll call, you're in a room full of people with a couple of supervisors in front of you, and you're giving orders. There's no questions about it. There's no nothing about it. They tell you to stop one person every 15 minutes, and that's just what you got to do. Whether it be writing tickets or just filling out these information cards that we were doing at one point, you have to meet that number. Now, at once there was a paper that came out saying this isn't a quota, it's not a quota system. Oh, by the way, make sure you have one stop every 15 minutes. I mean, you tell me. I mean, I wouldn't stop anybody that wasn't doing anything wrong. Hopefully nobody else would either, but you gotta understand, me being on a midnight shift, nobody's walking around or driving around at 5 o'clock in the morning in North Camden. There's not a soul in sight.